Приветствую, дорогие друзья, в студии StarNicosGame. Мы начинаем новую игру Call of Cthulhu. Нажимаем начать, выбираем ячейку и поехали смотреть. Погрузиться в безумие. Начало многообещающее. Пока что ничего не понятно, но уже интересно. Вот так вот все и началась игра. Я думал, какой-то будет небольшой ролик. Так, я научился приседать и идти вперед. И бежать еще. Как хорошо. Тут у нас закрыто. Нам надо найти обход. Так, где можем обойти? Вот. Мы можем пролезть. Там у нас закрыто. Что у нас находится с этой стороны? Что это? Хорошо. Не можем... Так, взяли предмет. Смотрим. Что это? Болторез. Кстати, болторезом, по-моему, можно перекусить вот эту штуковину. Именно. Ну, пошлите дальше смотреть. Ух, неожиданный голос из тумана. Там, походу, были. Но продвигаемся теперь вниз. Что у нас находится внизу? А внизу у нас... Это лампа. Кучу... морепродуктов. Разорванных на клочья. Довольно суровый. Довольно суровый голос этого создания, которое со мной общается. Как я понимаю, это и есть сам Cthulhu. Проходим. Это всего лишь сон. Так, радио нам не надо.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Что у нас
A
тут?
good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Мы можем крутить просто так. Хорошо. Ага, телефон.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Так. Распределите очки. Ну, давайте красноречие. Давайте это. Медицина. Силу обязательно. Хотя еще красноречие вкачаю. И оно пригодится. Расследование. И поиск. Да.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Правильно.
I'm coming.
Надоело. И сбросил. К нам кто-то пришел.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Что за картина?
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Ну,
That's all
давайте.
you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Ну, давайте посмотрим на картину. Так, где там папка?
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Кто не успевает прочитать, ставьте на паузу, читайте. Так, раз...
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Тяжелый ответ. Давайте мы сначала тяжело.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Так, хорошо.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Давайте
The
вот это.
sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Я думаю,
I
хватит.
think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Пить, не пить. Да не буду пить я. Вот, книжка.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Я понял, просто книжка крутится.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Основа медицины, том 1. Так, тут ничего нету.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Что у нас тут?
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Давайте тут еще осмотримся. Может быть, что-то найдем нужное.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology,
Хотя, что-то я уже не вижу больше ничего. Вот, еще.
the lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Ну, пошлите. Уже расследовать это преступление? Или это безумие? Понимаю, мы пришли в доки? Нет, еще не пришли. Еще идем.
We're almost there.
Call of Cthulhu.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Ну, пошлите осмотримся. Что это у нас такое?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful.
Он плюнул перед нами, а мы его барную стойку писали.
He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well. Which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Ну, давайте спросим насчет склада.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Давайте закажем выпивку.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
Может, они так разговорчивее будут.
I think we'll get along well.
Узнаем про остров. Что еще можно? Китамили.
Stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Узнать про
What
Сару.
can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Довольно нет. Они странными.
Her
Хорошо.
style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Наверное, все.
That'll be
Пошлите.
all for now.
Посмотрим, что у нас тут еще есть.
Then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
And the doctor, what did he say?
Давайте спросим, что он нам расскажет.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Понятно.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Опять по
I've never
песне.
heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Понятно. Давайте к этой девчонке подойдем.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Ладно. Пройти туда мы не можем.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
Хорошо, пойдемте спросим, что это за толпа собралась.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Давайте вот это.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not like another one of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Так. Светильник. Давайте к нему подойдем. Его взять нельзя. Жаль. А хотелось. Что у нас
Брок?
тут?
This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Закроем. Во второй ящик заглянуть не можем. Корабль.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Медицина. Так, давайте с этим пообщаемся.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Стоп, а где он делся? А, вон он пошел. Хотя давайте пробежимся сначала, глянем, что у него в доме есть. Может быть, найдем еще один том книги по медицине. Это что? Это копье на кита? Или гарпун?
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Хорошо, пошлите за капитаном. Может, он нам поведает что-то, что это.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Ой. Случайно не то пошел.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Чем могу помочь? Ну вот это
Your
сначала.
manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Давайте вот это.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Давайте спросим про склад.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
Пошлите, не будем. Странно. Он не договорил. Что нам можно еще раз прокачать? Расследование. Да, хватит хотя бы очков. Да должно. Давайте это и вот это. А, нельзя. А у нас 2 очка было. Нет, еще очко есть. Походу тут надо книги какие-то. Можем прокачать только вот это. А что это еще тут? Хорошо, то потом. Красноречие можем прокачать. Можем прокачать поиски. Ну, по сути, все. Давайте поиски. Я думаю, они нам больше пригодятся. Так, это просто... Это про всех наших ребят. Кто хочет читать, ставьте паузу. А, это мы уже это уже видели. Декларации. Улики, точнее. Зажигалка и здание. Хорошо. Пошли теперь на склад. Склад у нас, как понимаю, вот это.
Don't put that beast back in the water.
Я думал, мы к нему можем подойти, а оказывается нет. Вот к нему можем.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
This cat you mentioned. Is she their boss?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Понятно. Теперь мы знаем, кто начальница этих парней.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Так что, походу, тут есть еще дополнительный вход на склад. Давайте пробежимся, глянем, что у нас вообще находится на берегу, прежде чем...
There.
В смысле, я кому-то дом вскрыл? Ну ладно.
Hello, old friend.
Бутылка спиртного. Тут нельзя. А как выключить зажигалку? Все, я понял. Колесико мыши. Что находится у нас тут? Тут у нас просто перс. Это, похоже, просто подъем, никуда не ведущий. Хотя, вот дверь. Только подняться почему-то я не могу. Ну ладно. Пойдемте сходим к этим парням. Может, за бутылку они нам помогут пройти.
Well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
I've
Нет.
taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Давайте к этим сходим.
You could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Расследовать? Ну давайте попробуем.
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Давайте.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Давайте попробуем красноречием.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Ладно, не получилось. А это кто такой?
Where do you think you're going?
А, полицмен.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Хорошо, нас не пускают на склад, но мы все равно туда попадем. Но уже не в этой серии. Подпишитесь на канал, чтобы не пропустить новое видео. И всем пока-пока.